Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Saturday Morning Glory with Lady G. How did everybody sleep? Did you get your proper night's rest last night? Did you sleep okay? All right, I hope you did. Well, listen, before we get into what we get into, let me tell you what I'm drinking. This morning, I am drinking a blueberry protein shake. And it's pretty good. I put a couple of those Boro bananas in there and it gave it a little nice little flavor. So anyway, that's what I'm drinking this morning. How y'all sleep? Did y'all sleep okay? Well, listen, y'all, let's go ahead and get into what we came to get into. It's thundering and it's getting lightning out there and it's getting ready to rain, I think. The bucket's gonna open up and buckets just gonna fall out the sky, buckets of rain. But listen, y'all, really, I just wanted to come in here and encourage y'all. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like it was hopeless and there was no end to it? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like that you were being picked on, you were being picked out, and nobody really understood where you were coming from? Have you ever felt like that you were the black sheep of the family? Or have you ever felt like, everybody had a friend but you, everybody married but you, everybody have children but you, or everybody's children love them but your children don't love you? Have you ever just felt like you were just sitting alone on the island by yourself, but you may have been in a room full of people? I just wanted to come in and encourage you and tell you that you are not alone. I wanted to come in and tell you that a lot of times God will allow you to be sitting on an island by yourself, back in the back of the desert, all the way in the back end of the desert, just like Moses was. Moses, before God called him, Moses had a troubled past. Moses had murdered an Egyptian and he was running for his life. He was a fugitive from justice and he went in and he was hiding in the back end of the desert. He met Jethro and he married one of his daughters and he was just living his life there. He was living under false pretenses. He was living under a false fake identity. But there came a time when Moses was walking through that desert, through that wilderness, and the Most High spoke to him through a burning bush and put him back on the right course. Sometimes there's things that has to happen in your life to ease you back onto the right course. It was already predestined for Moses to go and to talk to Pharaoh and have Pharaoh release the children of Israel. But he had to go through a process. So I want to encourage you to go through your process. Moses had a bounty on his head. Moses was in the wilderness in the back end for 40 years. He was back there, married, had two children, two boys, and you would have thought everything was okay just to look on the outside, look at the outside of Moses. But when Moses ran up on that bush and God began to speak to him from that burning bush and tell him, I need you to go tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Moses didn't really want to go because Moses had a bounty on his head. They was looking for Moses. He was a fugitive from justice. But he did what the Most High told him to do, and everything worked out well. Now, along the journey, he had some hiccups and some bumps. The people was complaining. The people thought he was unalive when he went up into the mountain and stayed for so long to get the 10 Commandments. They just went on to partying and started doing what they want to do. So even when you're on the right road, even when you're on the right journey, doesn't mean that everything is going to be peaches and cream. Doesn't mean it's going to be honey and milk all the time. So I want you to be encouraged on your journey, whatever journey you're on. And if you've gotten off track, if you're running around in the wilderness, you're running around in the back end of the desert, you're hiding from your past, you're hiding from things that you've done. I want you to face those things that you've done. I want you to forgive yourself, forgive people, and go on with your life. And even though you have forgiven people, even though you've forgiven yourself, even though you've moved on with your life, I want you to be encouraged because it doesn't mean that things are going to always go well. It doesn't mean that life is going to always be hunky-dory. You're going to have some hiccups, but be encouraged. Get up from there. Get back in the game. Get back in the game called life. Stop hiding. You did it. You messed up. You're not by yourself. So I want to encourage you. Get up. Get back in the game. Let me be your burning bush today. Let me be the one speaking into your life. Just like God spoke into Moses and say, get back in there. Go tell Pharaoh to let your people go. There's some dreams that you let go. There's some visions and some hopes that you just ran away from. But I want you to go back. Go back and speak into your dream. Go back and speak into your life. Speak into your passion. Go back. Go back and find your passions. And stop sitting here complaining and crying about what didn't happen. Everybody had some bad days. Bad things happen to good people. But I want to encourage you to get up. Get back in there. I'm going to be your burning bush and I'm going to say, go Go back and tell life to let your vision go, to let your passion go, to let your dream go. Don't you remember those dreams you was having? Remember those hopes that you were having? Remember all those plans that you were making? I want to encourage you to get up. Get up from there. Go back and make it happen. Stop sitting around talking about what coulda, woulda, shoulda, and get up and make it happen. All right, y'all. Well, this is Lady G coming to you straight from Lady G's Garden Cafe, and I want you to get up. Get up from there and go make it happen. Do what you got to do within reason. As long as it's legal, do what you got to do to make those dreams come to pass. You got this. All right? Don't let me have to come back and tell you it again. Get up and go do it. God bless you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Later, y'all.